sometimes we get so carried away that we forget the simplest vitamins that actually might even have more effect than buying a bunch of products. You know that we're going to be talking about 3 essential vitamins that hydrate and take care of our skin, because once you hit those 30s, let me tell you, you already feel the difference. Your skin just isn't the same. The last vitamin on this list is very simple, but totally forgotten about. It might actually even surprise you. But we're gonna start off our tip with the vitamin E. Hi, I'm Dr. Satti. I invite you to hit that subscribe button for more of this sort of content. Vitamin E is a water-soluble vitamin that you might find in serums, creams that are of oil-based, because its best absorption happens when it's in an oil form. The benefits are, first of all, it's a potent antioxidant, which just means that it gets rid of free radicals. And I've talked quite a bit on this channel about free radicals. I have a video that talks about oxidative stress caused by free radicals. You might want to check that out. But briefly, what it is our body produces oxygen molecules and oxygen species. Other things like the sun rays also produce these really reactive oxygen molecules that are lacking electrons. And what it does is it just goes and attacks other cells so that it can stabilize itself. And what antioxidants do, and this is the beauty, is that it gives free electrons to these reactive oxygen species so that it can minimize oxidative stress and minimize all the breakdown and skin damage and damage to our cells. Those dietary sources, it's very beneficial. I believe that if you don't take care of yourself from the inside out, then there's no point in slapping some stuff on your face. And what it also does for us is it maintains the skin barrier. If your barrier is damaged, then what you get is the release of moisture, other also harmful things come into our skin, and it's very, very important that we take care of the barrier. In turn, what this does is the skin is able to hold on to moisture. And so you'll find in a lot of moisturizers, you'll find vitamin E. Actually, in one of the oils for my baby, in even baby products, you'll find that vitamin E, a very common ingredient. Next, this one is very common, and I know you've heard of this. In the last few years, vitamin C has been so hyped up. And you know what? Absolutely should be hyped up because it is so important. It's not just important for the skin barrier, and if you notice, this is a very common theme that I'm going to talk about, is the skin barrier, because it's very, very important, which in turn also like holds on to the moisture and things. But it's essential for the formation and the production of collagen. And as we know, also hyped up in this industry, is that collagen, it is a protein that is naturally formed in our skin, but as we age, it declines from the age of around 25, about 1%, 1.5% decline in it. So by the time you hit your 30s, maybe your early 40s, you start to see that decline. And you'll see that by finding that there's maybe some fine lines, some wrinkles, maybe some sagging skin. It's just not elastic and bouncy as it is. Collagen and elastin, they coincide together. They make the mesh of our connective tissue, and it's not only for the skin that we need it. We need it for our connective tissue all around our body, our muscles, joints. It's a protein that you really want to make sure that you can produce more of if you can. Already by our natural biology, this protein decreases. So if you can increase it somehow, well, you know, it's definitely worth it. And vitamin C is one of those things that you really do want to invest in. And I'm not talking about just the serum, which is also very beneficial, but the skin is the largest organ. And so I think, in my opinion, if you take care of what you put into your body, then it translates. You know that saying where they say the glow starts from within outwardly? Is absolutely true in terms of medicine. Like, you need to take care of your body from the inside, and then your skin will thank you from the outside, you know? What else does vitamin C do? Well, hydration. And it does that by, when you have healthy collagen, it holds on to water molecules. The hydration goes up. Your skin feels so hydrated, it's not dry. You get that plumpier look. that desired look. And we are at the vitamin that is so underrated. Do you know what it is? Drum roll, anybody, let me know in the comments if you can guess what this vitamin is. Yes, and it is a fat-soluble vitamin D. Vitamin D, also known as Tocopherol, and the active form is called dihydroxycholecalciferol. Can you say that? I don't mean to digress or anything, but just a quick story. When I was in med school, my sisters, I have two, bless them, were also in the dorm, and when I would study, I would like study on them. Like I would lay them down and I would do all these examinations and everything, preparing for exams. In that process, they have caught on to lots, and I mean lots, of medical terms. So when they chill with my medical friends, doctors and stuff, they're like in the combos. Our colleagues are talking about like their patients and what's happening. My sisters are in the mix. And guess what? They always ask them like, hey, where'd you study medicine? My sisters would be like, we didn't study medicine. We are siblings of a med student. My point is basically that when you associate, like obviously you're gonna pick up. You can say it, dihydroxycholecalciferol. And as we said, the common theme is, say it with me, barrier function. So it prevents the breakdown of the barriers, and in turn that barrier makes sure that we can hold on to water, and it prevents pollutants and whatever other stressors enter our body. And in turn we have amazing skin. So it combats dryness. Usually when we think of vitamin D, we think of bones, right? We think of rickets, we think of brittle bones, we think of bones that are bendable, and we think of the deficiencies that come with vitamin D. But vitamin D is way more than that. It actually also boosts our immune system. You'd be surprised how many people are deficient. I myself, when I was pregnant, like I did all my blood work and I found that vitamin D was really low, surprisingly low. So I had to take supplements, and I took it on for like a whole year after that. So like it boosts your immune system. My sister right now is taking vitamin D, and she swears that her energy levels have increased. Probably the best way is to take a dietary. If you made it this far and you watched me ramble, well, it was fun hanging out with you. Yeah, subscribe for this kind of sort of content. I love making videos, sharing my knowledge. If you have questions, let me know in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.